So today my topic is HPO Axis and related disorder. Before we go ahead, I would like to thank Dr. Nutan for giving us this opportunity to present and for sharing this wonderful course with us. And also before we start, I would like to thank all my gurus because of whom I have learned what I have learned and I have reached in my life. And I've been able to use my knowledge the way I'm able to think or apply in my life. So I'm very grateful to everybody in my life, whomsoever I have ever met in my life and whomsoever has influenced my life in every way. So let's get started. 1 minute. Okay, so HPO Axis, this diagram I have taken from Dr. Nutan because I went through a lot of research and this is the easiest way how we can understand. So what is HPO? HPO is hypothalamic pituitary ovarian. And what are we here understanding from HPO, how it impacts our reproduction or how it works on reproduction. So here we are going to understand how the hormones are making an impact, how are you talking to our brain, and what happens in return, what is happening back and forth, what are they talking to each other, and that leads to what? So hypothalamus has GnRH, which is gonadotropin hormone, which speaks to our pituitary gland. And our pituitary gland has two divisions. One is anterior part, one is posterior part. In anterior part, it talks to FSH, which is follicle stimulating hormone. And follicles are the smallest part of our ovum. And they in return talk to ovary, and from ovary, the estrogen and inhibin hormones get released. Once they get released, they tell hypothalamus that enough of these hormones are available. Now, please stop sending this. And then hypothalamus sends to pituitary gland at LH, which is nothing but luteinizing hormone. This all is happening on your when your menstruation is over. And this LH is getting released very closer to your 14th day of your 14th day after your periods are over. So on this day, there is another thing which gets released, which is rupture follicle. And whatever is left behind is corpus luteum. So rupture follicle goes ahead and gets fertilized and moves into a different cycle. And what happens to the corpus luteum is whatever is left behind is corpus luteum, and it moves to the degeneration. And after this after the 14th day, then progesterone and inhibits are there, and it's very good for the getting fertilized. If the egg is getting fertilized, this is a very good time. And if it doesn't get fertilized, then we get our periods. So this is another picture which explains it in brief, that how small follicles are there, how pre-ovulatory follicle is made, and then how the ovulation ovum comes out, and whatever is not getting used is moving into degeneration process. So this is in short HPO Axis, how HPO Axis works. And let's talk about the disorders or imbalances which happens because of HPO. So PCOD is one of the most common problem of today's lifestyle and today's women. Most of them battle with it. Why it happens? I did also a lot of research. There is no clarity on it, why PCOD happens. One of the things which are mentioned is low-grade inflammation, excess of insulin, and production of male hormones. What happens here, as you can see, that the cyst starts getting formed here, and actually your ovary is supposed to look like, but your ovary becomes like this. There are many ways to tackle this, and only yoga cannot help. Of course, you need to take the expert help of Ayurveda. You need to understand your lifestyle, and also by making few lifestyle changes, you can start handling PCOD. I have taken the reference of yoga. This is some of the asanas which really helps in PCOD, and I have mentioned some asanas like Paschimotthana, Padangushtan Asan, Veerbhadra Asan, Surya Namaskar. I found personally in PCOD, Anulom Vinolom Pranayam very, very useful. So I have added that. And again, you need to cultivate this in your whole life, how you live. And that is how your PCOD starts reacting or gets dissolving. Next is thyroid. Thyroids are of two types, hypo and hyper. Basically, there is an imbalance. That is why it happens. Hypo happens when the gland is not making enough of the hormones, then it becomes hypo, and hyper when the gland is making too much of hormones. Again, the reasons are found is if iodine is less or autoimmune diseases come to your life, then this is how you start developing thyroid. Again, I have taken few asanas, Halasan, Matsya Asan, Paschimotthana Asan is very good to, handle thyroid. Also, 1 minute. Also, Setu Asan, Setu Bandhasan, Sarvang Asan, Karnki Asan, Bhujang Asan, Chandra Namaskar is very good. Ujjayi Pranayam done rightly really start impacting your thyroid gland very fast. One of the easiest way to also tackle your thyroid issues, but it cannot be just handled with yoga. You need to collaborate with, Ayurvedic. You need to make changes in your lifestyle. You need to start focusing inwards. So this will all together lead into better results. This is me before. After I delivered my second baby, I got PCOD and I had put on 30 kgs. Me in the same t-shirt after 3 months, after I lost that weight. PCOD also gave me a lot of stress, and I was kind of depressed because how much ever I would do, it would just, my weight wouldn't move. So this started impacting my brain a lot. And I must say that though I've done yoga all my life, I was able to use that knowledge of yoga during this hard times when my health was really impacting a lot. I understood the power of yoga, the power of meditation, power of looking inwards and understanding the issues within. So that is how I lost all my weight. I battled depression after my pregnancy, and I have to say that yoga played a very, very important role for this. And in the last, I have to give credit to all the people whom I have used to make the graphs and the pictures which I have taken. And that is all. And if anybody has got any questions, I can answer that. My presentation was short and brief, so please free to ask.